Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be having a look at
AnyAmpIR.
It's a simple guitar and bass IR loader, but first, let's get down to some metal. This is Ed B Metal. Cyclist. Metal, Ed B Metal, and we don't get enough from Ed B Metal. He makes some incredible music, and it's very far and few between, so it's a real treat when he does release music. he doesn't release enough. I'm just going through his videos here. Look at this. There's his channel. So we got 2 days ago, 5 months ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago. What's going on? But you know what? You can't force awesomeness. And you should never force somebody and say, well, why aren't you getting more music out? People work at their own pace, and you get what you get, and be grateful for every goddamn thing that you get, especially when it's that good. And then Ed just destroys everything I've said by saying, I'm a slacker. There's a pinned comment at the top of the chat where you can go and subscribe. You should do it because, as I said, when he does release, it's really good. There it is. There's a link. It's up the top in the chat. Go, subscribe. Do it. Do it now or don't. It's totally up to you. Never force people to do things. People do things on their own account. Yes? Good stuff. And it's going to be a very metal show today. Perfect way to start the show because, well, it's going to be playing some metal and stuff like that. So let me say hello to you all. So hello, Ed. Thanks for being here. Hello, Hugh Caldwell and Blue Unicorn. Who else do I see? Mr. Smith. Speaking of Mr. Smith, he's got his debut show today, immediately after this. And I've already set the YouTube dump over to Mr. Smith, and he's going to be playing his drums live to music that you've sent in and to some of his own tracks, I do believe. I sent in a track. I sent him Metheist. So it's going to be super cool to watch somebody live on YouTube who's such an awesome musician in Mr. Smith try and play drums to our music. That's super cool. What a great idea. So I'm stoked that I can send everybody over from this show. That's going to be wicked fun. Hello, Audible. Hello, Felcro. Hello, Sean Chandler. There's Clay. Clay's coming on the show this week. I'm interviewing Clay, Conspiracy Music. So that's going to be awesome. We've got Gregory O'Sullivan. I'm going to give you the pigeon. What is that about? Why did I just do that? That is so odd. Have I missed anyone up the top here? Let me see. I don't know. I love you too. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Interesting Asian characters. Let's just call you that. So I think I've got everybody. There's Thomas. How can I miss out Thomas? Hello, Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Christ. If I have missed you, it's because I'm a weirdo. I'm Jade, by the way. This is How to App on iOS, where we talk about music and iOS and stuff, everything, interviews, you name it. And I am trying to organize an interview right now that, if it happens, it's going to knock your fucking socks off. Trust me. Next week, we have a really good interview, too, with somebody who's in the chat. You can work it out yourself. So I want to play you something cool that happened yesterday. Cool for me, anyway. You don't have to watch it, but this happened yesterday. I thought, I never do stuff like this. I never send my music anywhere to be critiqued or anything like that because, to be honest, I'm scared. We all get imposter syndrome, yeah? We all kind of doubt our talents and stuff like that, and I sit here every day telling you I think I know how to do some things and maybe you might learn something. I don't know. But you doubt yourself. And just recently I released a song, an FMC track, which FMC is a bit of a joke to me. It's just fun. It's nothing too serious. And I noticed Glenn Fricker was on doing his live listen to music. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to send him an FMC track and see. And man, I was sitting here expecting him to absolutely rip me a new asshole. Because he's very critical of people's mixes. And here am I making music on an iPad. Yeah, on just an iPad. But I did use his drum kit for this. So, and he said before he played the track, he actually said, he read out what I wrote and went, oh, you used Level Extinction on the drums. It better be fucking good. And I was sweating bullets, let me tell you. But he played it, and I'm going to play it for you now because it was fun. And I was stoked. What happened?
Jay Brown says, this dude is always yelling, gives me a headache. Wow, I didn't realize you were such a pussy, Jay Brown. Jesus. This guy's yelling. Turn your fucking volume down then. Wow. Like, I know that's a lot of effort to move your arm and turn a knob just slightly, but wow, geez. Ugh. Anyway, yes, exactly. Fucking, it gives me a headache. Jeez. Christ. I'm supposed to have respect for that. Fucking hell. All right. Anyway, FMC, the awful taste of your remains. This looks pretty bloody. I don't think I can show the video. I don't need to have my channel taken down. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, get your own channel taken down. It's actually a really good mix. Kind of pulling to the right a bit. Yeah, definitely not showing this video. Short and sweet, to the point. Great. Loved it. That was pretty good, guys. Nice grindcore there. Yep, video's a little bit gross, but yeah, I can share that. Let me see here. See how I can find here. FMC, the awful taste of your remains. Great title. Let me see here if I can find that in here. I thought the mix was good. The guitars are kind of pulling to the right just ever so slightly, but you know, that wasn't fucking bad. Oh, fucking hell. Is it going to be another one of these where I got to fucking... Oh, come on.
You couldn't find my link.
Anything? Hang on. You've been warned. That's a pretty gross video, that's for sure. So, just make sure you're not too squeamish. There's a bit of blood involved. Okay, so that's up there. FMC, great job, guys.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah!
I don't know, shut up and take my money, but... Yeah, like I said, that was one of the better grindcore songs I ever had, mainly because I like the ending.
Look out, world, you're about to witness
heavy cream, yes.
So not too bad. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it as a win. I got put on the banger list. I'll take it. And you know what? It felt really good for the rest of the day going, holy shit, something that I wrote in 30 minutes on this show, like demoing a Nembrini app, and threw together and Cold Acre quickly threw some guitar on there. You know, it was made, this whole thing was made in about 3-5 hours tops with the video. So, pretty good stuff. And you know what? It's really good what he said, because it really helped me out. I do have a problem with mixing to the right. I do pull things to the right. It's because I have a problem with hearing slightly in my right ear. So I've noticed it with a few mixers lately that things are a little bit louder in the right. So I now have to really think about that. And it wasn't until he said that I was able to process and go back to some other mixers and was like, damn, that is what it is. It's probably that problem I have with my right ear that I'm compensating and playing a little bit too loud to the right. Fun stuff. Made my day. Kind of made me think, hey, I do have the right to do a show. So, you know, it's all good. We all need a little bit of propping up sometimes, yeah? All right. Something else I want to mention before we get on. I received a really bizarre email yesterday from somebody out of the blue telling me that a friend of mine has passed away. And I just want to, I don't think I can, let me do this. I just want to put up a photo of my friend. This guy I used to busk with, Ratko. We busked together for about 5 years in Melbourne, and he would start before me. He would be at this spot that I went to every Friday and Saturday, and he would be there for 5 hours before me playing the same song over and over again. It was kind of a meme in Melbourne that does this guy only know one song? But he used to make so much money. His name's Ratko. And his wife contacted me yesterday to let me know that he's passed away. And she was so respectful to me. She wrote to me, sorry for the delay in letting you know. You are known to me via another name. So when I knew him, it was before I transitioned, so I had a different name. And she didn't dead name me, which is so respectful, but I just want to give a shout out to Ratko, dude. I hope you're playing father and son in heaven, man, and getting lots of money. Alrighty, let's get on with today's show. And let's talk about some price drops, because we're going to play some guitar. So price drops, nothing's really changed yesterday. We got some cool apps that are on sale. Rainbow Delay, Synthmaster 1 and 2 at half price. You'd be bonkers if you don't buy them. Ravenscroft, bonkers if you don't buy it. It's half price. Beathawk's great as well. All of Nembrini's apps, all of these guitar sims, they're all on sale. Every single Nembrini app is on sale at the moment for half price. So if you've been wanting to get a cool amp sim, go do that. Or wait for what we're looking at today, because this thing's only $5. This is called AnyAmpIR. And this is made by Michael, who runs a YouTube channel, PlayPM. And he loves, I reviewed one of his other apps a little while ago, where it was just called Simple Sampler. And all it was a screen with insert a sample and play the sample. Michael is all about keeping things incredibly basic. And his whole concept is about, for this app in particular, is kind of a bit of a fuck you to all of these companies who load you up and charge you all these large amounts of money for amp sims, and then they ask you to pay more for a subscription or for separate amp cabs and more pedals and microphones, and you end up spending $120 on all this stuff, where basically you're just paying for IRs. So this is just nothing else but an IR loader. There's nothing else, just an IR loader for $5. And I'll show you how incredibly powerful this can be, because you can find IRs everywhere on the net for free, right? Really good IRs, and you can pay for them as well. If you don't know what an IR is, it is an impulse response. So what they do is they take a recording, very brief recording of either a room microphone or a microphone that is mic'd up to a speaker box and cabinet, and they capture that tone. So it's how we get some of the incredible sounds that we have. So it can be used for guitar tones, bass tones, room reverbs, all this kind of stuff. And all this does is just load up IRs. And you've got to find the pedals and all that stuff, the rest of the stuff yourself. Hi, Pete Johns. Welcome aboard. Hello, Robbie Stingle. What's going on? So, $5 this thing is. Yeah, $5. Before we move on, let's check the Beat Community's website today. So if you are a user of Decent Sampler, they have a new free instrument available here. If you log into Decent Sampler, this Sifdeli is free to add to your Decent Sampler thingy-mabobby, and we just got price drops that I previously mentioned. All right, let's open this up and show you what it looks like. Here it is. This is the app. That's it. There's nothing more to it. So, because it doesn't have any distortion or anything, this works really well. The way I'm going to demonstrate it today is I'm using this down here. Let me go back to full screen. I'm using this pedal. I'm actually using hardware. Yeah, so if you've got hardware and you want to play through your hardware and you've just got a pedal, this, you will see, will sound great, because now I hear this a lot with sometimes in our community and sometimes even with some bands. There are still people out there who are using pedals without a cab sim. And it sounds like shit. It really does. You can tell when somebody's just using a pedal with no sim, no cab, no IR. It sounds like a chainsaw and it sounds vile. And this is a pedal, and it's a great pedal. It's got some amazing sounds in it. It's a very expensive pedal, but without a cab or anything, it can sound a bit gacky. Yeah, it can sound a bit gross. And you're going to hear the difference of this being played into, where am I going? Into this sucker here. Yeah, so I've loaded up a bunch of IRs. So I've got 3 settings for this. I've got, I'll just show you before we go in. I've got Metal 1, Metal 2, and Metal 3. So these are the 3 tones I'm going to go with today. Hi, Kim Harden Hudson. So those are the 3 tones. We'll load it up, and I'll play you the guitar tone just through the pedal. So we've got the Blue Meanie out today, of course. We've got Blue Meanie. Let me go double screen. Okay, let's just play you the tone through the pedal. Very harsh. Let's bring in the amp cab and listen. Now you should be able to hear a fucking gigantic difference there. Incredible difference. So this is just an IR that has been added in here. Now this thing is super simple to use, but first, let's just, I don't know, do this. Anyway, you get the idea. So, again, back to the pedal without this. These are the 3 tones that I'm using. So, there's a massive, massive difference. And we'll bring this back in. So as you can see, the layout is so simple, it's ridiculous. You've got this big button here, and when you press this, it goes to your files to import your tones, your IRs. That's it. That's all that button does. Once you've loaded in, and you can load in as many IRs as you want. And once you load them in, you'll see you've got these left and right, where I can just click between IRs. And the other option is down here, you have this little knob where you can quickly slide between all the IRs. So you can see I've got a bunch of them in here at the moment. And this is the volume, and that's it. So here's a Slipknot tone. Again, here's the guitar tone. I've got a bit of reverb on this now. That's the guitar tone, and now this is with the IR. So you can hear massive difference. Let's flick between a few. This is a Testament, Dark Roots of Earth. So you can hear there's all these different cab tones that we've got going on. Let's find something like we've got In Flames here. So there's more of a buzzy one with this one. But again, when you remove this from the chain, it sounds like shit. No, you're probably sitting there going, but what about EQ? How come I can't EQ this? Well, that's the beauty. Because it's an AUv3, you can add in your own EQ as you like. Right, so I can go in here and add a spot. I can add in a Pro QR. And just go for, do whatever you want. Here's Pro QR. And zoom. We've got our... Wow, what a difference that just made. Let's turn that off. Pretty fucking sick. So for $5, this thing does exactly what you want it to do. No frills, no bullshit. Just load IRs. Not complicated. Not going to break the bank. And if you've already got hardware, it makes life super simple because you've already got some great pedals you can run through your chain, your signal chain. Or, remember, there are apps out there that are pedals. So we could go over here, pull that out of the chain for a second and just turn down the guitar. We can do a search for Nembrini because Nembrini even have this black pedal. So this is just a distortion pedal. Yeah? It's just, it has no cab built into it. So if I turn off my actual pedal, let's see, I haven't tried this, by the way. So this is the Nembrini pedal here. And then we bring in our cab. Now you can hear we've got a bit of noise going on. So you can achieve the same thing. Now I'm getting noise here because I don't have a noise gate on, where my other pedal had a noise gate. But guess what? We can just do a search for a noise gate. Drag it to the front. And we've got a noise gate. Because there's other apps you can use in combination with this to create your chain. So this works beautifully in GarageBand. Works beautifully in every, you know, it's super simple to use. I'm going to scoot these off and go back to my pedal because it sounds so nice. Fucking hell, that's metal. Nice stuff. All right, let me show you how to import your sounds. I'll just put down the guitar for a second. It's pretty easy to do. Now, just put that there. Okay, so this, if you purchase this on iOS as well, guess what? If you've got an M1 Mac, here's my Mac over here. We're on the Mac now. It runs on your Mac as well. There it is. So you can load this up. You can load this up into Logic, GarageBand, Reaper, whatever you've got on your Mac. If you've got an M1 or above Mac, for $5, there it is. It will load as an AU. So it works on iOS and Mac for the one price. You're only paying the one price, and it works across platforms. And there it is. It works lovely. Let's shut that down on the Mac. Come back over here. All right, what we'll do is we'll remove this from the chain, and I'll show you how to import tones. And so I actually have that one saved, that tone. So let's load it in here, AnyAmpIR. And when you load it up, it'll have a, if you don't save what you've imported, especially in AUM, next time you see you have loaded it up the next time, and there's no tones in there. So you can save your tones that you import. So let's just import some tones, some IRs. So I've hit the little box down here. I have all mine saved in a documents folder. Just give it a second to load. Now I have a shitload of cab files here. So they're all split up into parts. The one I had that was there, that is my metal band cab pack. And you can see these are all named after bands and their songs. There's like Slayer, SOD, Megadeth, heaps of stuff in here. I have nylon acoustic stuff. So I've got a whole bunch of nylon acoustic tones. We've got some IR pack updates. This one has specific amps. So you can see we've got PV Bandits, Oranges, Mesa Boogies, Marshall JCMs. You can get these pretty easily anywhere online. Ampeg stuff. And we'll open up the, should we do the Marshall? Got a Marshall, we'll do a Mesa Boogie. So we've only got 2 in here. So all I need to do is select the 2 that I want. You can select as many as you want, yeah? And I hit open. And did they load them? They didn't load them properly for some reason. Is that right? Sometimes, some of the Sims, depends if they got problems. I don't think that one worked. We'll try again. I haven't loaded those before. They could be duds. Because you get duds, man. Let's see. Where's my cab files? Let's load up this PV Bandit. So I select all of them and hit open. There we go. So we've got all these Bandit files. Oh, the other ones have been fixed as well now. So now I've loaded in all those Bandit files. And now when I drag this, they're all in here. So this is PV Bandit. And if I grab the guitar, make sure we're all good. So these particular ones have been, there's a bunch of them. They've been mic'd up. So you can hear there's a bit of reverb on some of these ones. Let's take out the reverb. So you can hear, we've actually got that room tone. Here's the pedal by itself. This is how amazing IRs are, because not only can you get a direct DI kind of sound direct from the cab or the speaker, you can also pick up with a microphone and get that room tone and get that natural reverb. So let's go through these. This is the Gemini, and it tells you with these what mics. So this is an SM57 that's recorded this. Which is fantastic for having multiple mic'd up sounds. So you may have a left and right, 2 different tones, and you've got an overall mic with a different sound just to add some room, some natural reverb. So all of those tones have been loaded in. I can slide through them, and then you can go in here and you can actually, in AUM especially, you can go in and you can hit save, and it gives you this option, save to plugin or save to AUM. In here, you won't be able to save to plugin. It won't allow you to do that within AUM, but you can save to plugin very easily and just call it whatever you want, and there it's saved. that particular. You can name it, and now you can click through. Now that's an issue I've seen. It's hopefully Michael can fix this. He'll probably watch this video. When I'm flicking between some of these, it's crashing a little bit. But there we go. This was the original one I started with, and that's an easy fix. I'm sure you can fix that up. And this has all my metal tones, so it starts off with Napalm Death, of course. There we go. Hello, Dragon Classy Diamond. Hope you're doing well. So, and Charlie, and I see Charlie. How do, Charlie? I'll see you in the funny pages, boy. All right, so you're probably wondering, how do we save tones if we're using something like GarageBand or Cubasis? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that, because we're in AUM with this. So as you can see, it's really easy to save tones. You can load up, if you've got a whole folder with 100 tones, you can put them all in one click. Super, super good. So you can just go through your tones. Let's jump out of this. I can clear this first. Okie dokie. Let's grab some GarageBand action here. What have I got? I've got this ridiculous Metheist. We've got this FMC idea here at the moment. What's this? This is a FMC thing that I'm kind of messing around with. It's only very... Don't know why the tone's not working. Anyway, enough of that. So let's clear this track. Let's create a brand new track. What's in here? We've already got an AnyAmp load up, so I'm going to remove this track. Let's delete it. So we're in GarageBand. We're going to create a clean vocal. Yeah. Hi, Johnny Bean. We'll turn on monitoring for this, and we'll choose channel 2 because that's what our guitar is plugged into. And let's show you some clean tones to kick off before we do anything, because this works with clean tones as well, remember? And you should be able to hear the difference in this. So we're going to jump over here. We're going to grab our AnyIR and load it in as an AUv3. Thankfully, it's right up the top here because it starts with A. AnyAmpIR. So here it is. And let's... Now, the one thing you'll notice it's different when we in here in GarageBand, there's no save function. There's no little save thing up here. There's nowhere to save it. We've only got this button to import. And once you've imported your tones, that's it. So I've tested this, and it seems when you import your tones and then you save GarageBand, you save your project, the tone remains in here for the next time you load it. That's really cool because... what's that free guitar thing that we all use? That had problems. Guitar, I can't think what it's called. And I can show you this. That does work. So here's just our plain tone. Let's go to our cab files. And what do we got? We got some Vox stuff here. We've got 4 of these, so we'll select all of them and bring them in. So you can definitely hear the difference of bringing these in your tone bridge. That's what I meant. Thanks, Ed. So you can clearly hear we are definitely working 100% here with IR files, yeah? And we can give it some volume as well. Compared to, let's jump out of here. Turn it back on. You know, you add some EQ in there. We had a bit of reverb as well, some delay. So it sounds wicked. Really cool stuff. So it works with the clean tones really nicely as well. Also with your lovely. It's a bit of a a bright tone there. We can kill that. Let's go into our plugins. Let's see what else is in here. So the good thing is, as I said, if we jump out of our project here, you would think it's not going to remember this. So if we shut down GarageBand, open up something else. So we've opened up a different project. We come back, open up this, jump into our tones, and they're all still there. So really good how it remembers all of that. I really do love that. It would be nice, I'll suggest this, I don't know if Michael can do this, it would be really cool to have a little save function in here. You know, using GarageBand and that saved properly to the app, so you could actually save multiple sets of tones. That would be really cool. But again, I know what Michael's trying to do with this app. He wants to keep it simple, very simple and clean. So, you know, you don't have to like spend a lot of money and buy lots of crazy shit, you know. So we can go back here again, make this full screen, and we can grab some different tones. As I said, now this doesn't come with any tones, right? So you're just paying for the vessel to input your own tones, but you know, you can find tones so easily online these days. IRs, they're everywhere. And a lot for free. So now we have all of these tones in here, which is like a lot. Which is wicked. Now we can get out of here, bring some of this reverb down. I'm going to change. Let's mute this and have a bit of a jam. have no idea what I'm playing to there. But it sounds heavy as goddamn shit, man. And we're not even EQing any of that either, so damn. I think this thing's a winner for $5. I'm sure there's going to be people out there who are like, but you got to get your own stuff. And I'm sure when other people review this too, they're going to be focusing on the clean tones. I want to focus on the metal tones because that's what I'm into. So, but just to show that this can create some absolutely wicked stuff. How wicked's that one? Jesus. What's going on with this drum beat? Shit hot. Good times. Good times. I think you'll agree if you're a guitarist. This is some pretty damn fine stuff. What else can we bring in here? So, yeah, if they added the ability to save within GarageBand, but again, if I close this down and come back, God, listen to me panting after that. My health is so shithouse. Again, we've shut it down, we've come back, and all those tones are still in there. Beautiful. Unfortunately, there we go. I'm sure I had a Slayer one in here. Let's find it. It's at the gates. There we go. We've got Slayer's South of Heaven tone. Wicked. What do we need to do for this? We need to add some reverb, bit of echo. Get it right. It's been a while. Anyway, you get what I'm talking about. You get what I'm throwing down, motherfucker. It's too early. Even these metal tones, let's just take out these reverb and echo. So this is just the guitar by itself. And, oops. And you can clearly hear that. That sounds like a guitar going straight into an interface. And that sounds like a guitar going through a cab. So wonderful stuff. I don't think I need to sell it anymore. It's $5. It's wicked. I'm definitely going to be using it on my next bunch of recordings. So, because I've definitely wanted to do an FMC track using this beast here, this wonderful pedal. But my problem is I only own 2 amps. Well, I own a Spark. A Spark, one of those practice 40-watt amps. They're sick. They're unbelievable, but not really cool for a recording, you know. And I own a Joyo 60-watt PA acoustic amp. So I don't really have like hardware. And I've wanted to use this for the longest time, but because I don't have a good amp to go through, now I do. So the next FMC thing, I'm definitely going to be using this into this AnyAmpIR, and we're going to see if we can get an even better tone than the last FMC track. So Glenn Fricker loses his fucking mind. So that'll be next on the cards. Wicked stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here for today and send you all over to Mr. Smith, because Mr. Smith is premiering his new show where he's going to be playing drums and rocking out to a bunch of our tunes and his own tunes. And I'm super excited to see this because it's always good to see something original on YouTube instead of just another show of playing songs. So this is going to be fun. I'm really excited about this. And I think I'm a moderator. God, where don't I moderate? So yeah, don't know if maybe Thomas can throw the link in there. Thomas, that would be wicked if you could do that for me. I'd love you a long time. Thank you, my friend. I hope everybody enjoys this. Now, Michael, the guy who develops this is his second app, you know, and I really love his mantra of keeping things simple. In a world where everything's getting more and more chaotic and harder to use, Michael was just trying to make stuff that keeps shit basic and brings it back to simplicity. So I'm a fan of that. I'm 100% fan of that. I think it's good to support developers like this who are trying to, you know, cut out the skeuomorphic conglomerates that own the pedal and amp sim space. Even though I love those apps as well, sometimes it's scared to make it easy, you know. All right. Should I go out with anything today? I don't think so. I don't think we need to go out with anything. Maybe we'll, let's see. What can we do here? Give me a second. How long does this go for? Thank you, Thomas. I'll automatically dump you over there anyway. But today, let's go out with this and get the mood going. This is Gary Halves, man, and pressure. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Let's do this shit right now. Gary Hubs to round out the show.
'Cause you make me shine better.